Okay, Malpractice turn 6. Let's see what our evil little bony men are up to. Up, another messenger from Is. He's really going all in on this thing. Good for him. Good for Yis. I like it. I like it. I hit construction level 1. I've revived an Acolyte. Battle in Cormark. Let's see how that went. My little Skellymen and Zombitudes, or Zombidudes as the case may be, charging in. He's spamming Unholy Power, which should be giving me... Well, he's casting Unholy Power. This is what Unholy Power gives you. It gives you attack skill and combat speed. It's a good spell, but it doesn't look like it's really hitting people. Protection of the Sepulchre, meanwhile, gives you magic resistance, which is great for undead because it helps them resist being banished. So, great. So, and then Cormark, Blood Slaves, and Unrest and Magic, and Bad Omens. Okay, that's fine. So, we've got an Acolyte here, and what Acolytes can do, mainly, is they can reanimate. So I'm going to turn him to reanimating ghouls, I think? It'll cut down on population a little bit faster, but honestly, I'm not too worried about population. Emic here, I've built a temple. I've got the temple up there. What I need to do is I need to get a fort going. Let's take these ghouls with us. We'll just kind of have them charging along. This army. That's Wolf Tribe, that's Lion Tribe. Let's take the Lion Tribe, and that is Shinuyama. So that is Bolo Yung. Okay, the Breathmaker, Master of the Soil, Banner of Victory, Patron of Artisans. I think that's Earth, Air, Earth or Nature. Not sure what that is. Might just be a random one. But doing pretty well for myself, to be honest. Actually, no, I remember what I wanted the Acolyte to do. I wanted the Acolyte to take an army to meet my Censor. Because the Acolyte... No, not... I gave them to the wrong person. I am a dumb. I did a dumb. Line formation. These guys up there. Hold an attack rear. You stand right up next to them, please. And cast Unholy Blessing about 3 times, and then cast spells. And you guys will fire closest. So, by doing that, I can go over there with him. And I can have all my knights stacked up like that. And I have all my troops stacked up, and then I can shift them all over to Micru Zoth and have him lead the army around because he can bless the sacreds. So, research, doing okay. Not great, not awful. I would like you to revive another spectator, please. So we'll have 1 reviving another spectator, 1 researching. Commander's doing all right. Army's doing all right. We're set to take 2 provinces this turn. Excellent. So turn 7, we should have 7 provinces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 provinces. And then we should be taking 2 provinces a turn for at least a couple turns thereafter. So we should take 2 provinces next turn. Hopefully 2 provinces the turn after that. Dark Vines are a little bit scary. And they do have Bloodhinged Druids. But the main use for blood magic from Bloodhinged Druids is causing fear. And I am not worried about that. Fear does not really affect me. What I'd like would be enough money to make a palisade, but I'm not going to get it immediately. No, I'm not. But I will hopefully get construction fairly quickly. Should have construction in 2 or 3 more turns. So, for now, let's make that the plan, and then these guys will kind of advance. I'll split off Ymik here to build a fort. I need to build another palisades. It doesn't actually matter which province I build it in. They'll both be dead pretty soon anyway, but I'll probably... Yeah, because I need the temples generate gem income, but I need to stack a fort with them in order to get the much better spawn, and in particular to start spawning more knights. And then ideally I also upgrade the fort, but that takes money, of which of course as Ermor I have none. So, yep, that'll be our moves. We will get in touch with Shinuyama, see what Shinuyama has to say for themselves. And hopefully they won't go to war with us. If they do, our only recourse will be to divert our efforts from expansion and just try to flood them with skeletons as quickly as possible. The fact that they're there probably means Shinuyama is like here, or maybe here. It probably isn't too far off, so we might be able to bum rush them. We do have a lot of siege strength because our free spawn all have, 1 siege strength or higher. And so we do have that as an option. If we can siege their capital, we have a decent chance of knocking down the walls in fairly short order. And this early, when nobody really has any research, it could actually work. Especially because the only priests Shinuyama has are the Bakemono sorcerers, who are only priest level 1. Well, they have Bakemono shamans who are also priest level 1s, but they only have level 1. So if I had to fight another nation really, really early like this, Shinuyama would probably be the one that I'd want, just because they'd have a slightly tougher time destroying my undead legions than anybody else. So in any case, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in turn 7. Alright folks, it's turn 7. Let's see how it's gone. So, diplomatically, unexpected events, misfortune and magic, that's fine, and air gems. Actually, that's not fine. That doesn't help me at all. Shoot, oh well, okay. Battle in Omiya. The Undead Legions march forth. This time I am going to get my bless. Why are they charging? I told them to hold. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not going to get my bless, apparently. But it's also not really going to matter, because we're going to murder the leadership. Yep, there we go. Murder the leadership. And that's it. I don't think I took any casualties among my sacreds. No, I did not. I did lose 1 long dead, 6 ghouls, and 2 long dead velites, but that's fine. And Inspires of Ascension. What do I get there? Okay, Lion Tribe throwing arrows at me, as to be expected. An exchange of javelins, and then it's man versus dead man. And the dead men win. Thanks to the power of tower shields. And also the power of really high attack skill from Unholy Power. Okay, took some more casualties there. I lost 10. Still, that's a trade I'll take. Okay, so here is Vanarus's God. I am still 2 turns away from Construction 2. Correction, I'm 1 turn away from Construction 2. So, Reactor Lizard, caution, no bunking the Lenormor. I need to have a chat with Vanarus then. So I talked with Shinuyama. I offered them peace and a commitment not to build temples towards them. They turned me down. They turned down the non-aggression pact. So I am not too concerned about not pissing them off. Shinuyama is actually one of the factions that I probably could fight early game, just because they have garbage priests. And so, not all that worried about it. Well, with my 614 gold, what I'd like to do here is, I'm going to give all these troops to you. Actually, let me redo that real quick. Like that. These three can stay with Ymik. Ymik is going to go back here, and he's going to start building a fort in Rim Mountains. Research-wise, I'm actually not going to summon anything this turn. I'm going to get Construction 2, because with Construction 2, I'll be able to build the Black Laurel, which will enable me to summon more Lictors, and summoning Lictors is my countermeasure to Reactor Lizard. If Reactor Lizard comes in on me, what I need to have to stop him is Lictors. I need to have a whole bunch of Lictors. Knights of the Unholy Sepulchre will help, but basically I need Lictors, because they have the high strength and the killing power to do very, very significant damage to super combatants. And I have to assume that Reactor Lizard here is a super combatant. King at the Crossroads, Patron of Necromancers, Guide of Souls. Okay, so he's definitely got death. King at the Crossroads, I don't know what that is. He may just have gone full-blown death. Well, if he's gone full-blown death, I can probably take him. To be fully honest, I mean, death does not scare me. Death magic. I mean, obviously death doesn't scare me. I'm undead, but also death magic doesn't scare me. Ooh, 92 income. I want it. I want it so badly. Because taking provinces like this doesn't really help me much because their income is so low. Grave Soul, if you go over there... What have they got? One ghoul? Ugh. Ugh. I mean, it helps me in terms of spawning more units. So what I want is I want to hit Construction 2 this turn. After that, I'll have 25 Death Gems. What I need to do is I need to figure out what Mike Ruzoth wants to do, because he could stand here and reanimate to add a few more troops to my army. He could build a palisades, start building a palisades, or build a temple. He could also just lead his army to continue expanding and taking Dragon Ridge, honestly, within, like, pretty rapidly here to get it while some of the income still exists. That would be really nice. Taking Emmerich while some of the income still exists would also be really nice, but I'm not sure I can manage it. Can Grave Soul kill this army? Woodsman Blowpipes don't worry me whatsoever. Dark Vines do. Dark Vines are pretty powerful. Just set these guys on guard, Commander. Just bring them with you. I only have 26 skeletons. I don't need to cast Unholy Blessing because I have no sacreds, so instead just spam Unholy Power. Protection of the Sepulchre would also be good. Because I think Bloodhenge Druids... Oh, I think Bloodhenge Druids are priests. Wait 1 second, I have to check that actually. Hold on. Okay, never mind. They are not priests. They have Blood 2, though, and they're going to have Blood Slaves. So it would be risky to go in with Grave Soul. I think what I've got to do is I've got to move Grave Soul back to the capital. Because Grave Soul can reanimate Lictors since he's Holy 3. But doing that means giving up on expansion with him. I don't really want to bother with Henwood right now, to be fully honest. Let's put my 1 point of province defense in here and here. I haven't been putting it in. That is a mistake. Have not been putting in 1 point of province defense. Bad me. Mike Ruzoth needs to take this province, needs to take Wolvermury, and then up to Dragon Ridge. Brave Soul, because he's got the Bless. He hits super, super hard. He's just not super tanky because I didn't take a tanky Bless. I took a super hard hitting Bless. Got some hit points. I could go into Henwood with him. Because the only things that are going to bother my skeletons are the dark vines. A lot of these guys are down to 2 or 3 hit points, like most of them, in fact. Woof. This is kind of a hard call, to be fully honest. Like, I could also spend a turn reanimating. I could reanimate like a bunch of soulless chaff. I could reanimate some ghouls. I could reanimate more long dead just to bolster the line. Or I could build a temple to push Dominion. I need to start building a palisade. Like, it's turn 7. I've got to start building a fort by, like, next turn. So, I mean, Yumik will move back here and we'll build a fort in Rim Mountains. That's fine. That'll be okay. Grave Soul. If I move him over here to take this province, I'm basically committing to attack Vanarus. Because, strategically speaking, then I would lose far too much tempo to go anywhere else. Although I could, depending on what's here, I could take this province, or I could attack this province still, or I could attack this throne if it's an easy throne. I'm going to try it. Fortune favors the bold. Or I could go down and fight 20 mermen. That's also an option. I don't really want to inject myself into whatever's happening underwater, though. So, let's take this province. Building up some troops over there. Building up quite a few mindless troops here, as well as a few long dead, including one that's actually worthwhile. The free spawn is starting to stack up a little bit. I do need to start getting some commanders to deal with that. I was hoping to have free spawned a Mound King or so by this time, but no dice, looks like. But let's get our fort up, our fort going here. And Micru Zoth will continue marching around leading his troops. He could do some reanimation, but I think instead... Yeah, I'm going to go up here to take Dragon Ridge. Because I don't think I can take 50 units, of which some are heavy cavalry. Although, militia, light cavalry, and heavy cavalry. Actually, to be fully honest, I probably can. I can probably take that. Put the soulless up front. Shift these guys down. Yeah, I can probably take this province. I'm going to try to take Emmerich, because I think I can do it. I mean, my infantry are like Roman undead. Roman long dead are stat-wise pretty decent infantry. Just low hit points, that's all. Especially the long dead Triarius. They're solid. Protection 16. I'll buy that for $1. And then, of course, the Knights of the Unholy Sepulchre are just straight up better than most heavy cavalry, except for having low hit points. Yeah, let's go take Emmerich. And then, ooh, I would love to take the Velvet Ocean, just for the high income. I mean, 135 income. It wouldn't be that high for long, but currently I think I'm killing, like, what, 5% of the population per turn? Oof. But having that income would be so good. It's got Shark Tribe in it, though. Shark Tribe are the worst. Shark Tribe are terrible to fight. And my troops get the poor amphibian penalty, so they'd be down to 9 attack, 11 defense. The Shark Tribe would pretty much eat them alive. Although 30... If this army comes through, I can take that province. Get another commander here, move down. I might be set up to go take Velvet Ocean in 2 or 3 turns. And like owning this lake would be nice. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where I can go with that. Light Hills definitely has a death site, because it's death 3 without any of my dominion in it. So yeah, definitely want to site search that province. Speaking of which, I do need to start site searching soon. But for right now, obviously, I can't afford to, because I have to hit Construction 2 real quick. After I hit Construction 2, we were going down Thaumaturgy to Terror. I'm a little bit skeptical of that decision. Because I could go down Conjuration to 3. Or I could just rush Enchantment for Pale Riders and Ermorian Legion. Or I could bum rush down Evocation to try and get Shadow Blast, because Shadow Blast is a spell that every single one of my mages can cast that does a ton of damage, only negated by magic resistance, and it doesn't affect the undead, so I can throw it without caring. Yeah, probably Shadow Blast is actually the way to go. It's gonna take a long time to get, but might be my best chance. Then you... Yeah, go down here to try to take that. I will contact Vanarus and see what we can work out. If necessary, I can fight Reactor Lizard. Pretty confident I can. Assuming he doesn't have a horrifying, disgusting bless. But since all his titles are related to death, I think that means he has pretty high death. And if he has pretty high death, he can't have taken... His scales aren't entirely garbage because he's got productivity. He does appear to have death, which is a little spooky, because if he took death, then he probably has in fact tanked his scales for the purpose of getting a memeish bless. Although why? Vanarus's sacreds are not terribly impressive. Like, they're just elves. The Oathbound, they're sacred, and they're stealthy and glamored, but they only get the one attack. Their hit points, not terribly impressive. Protection, not hugely impressive. I mean, they've got good stats and all. But they're expensive infantry. I don't think they're terribly impressive. Okay, so in any case, I'm going to try to negotiate with Vanarus what I'd really, really like. I would really like for Shinuyama to be neutral and Vanarus to be neutral. That would let me focus all my fighting over here and down here, depending on who I find. Like I said, there should be someone right there. And I think... I'm losing my words. Ashdod's right here, which probably means Ulm is over here, because Ulm is allegedly next to me. And if Ulm is over here, that's a little spooky, because Ulm is very, very dangerous. Their infantry are just so hard to kill. And they can do enough damage that my... Why did I click that button? That button does nothing. They can do enough damage to be a serious threat to my lictors and censors. Okay. Alright, that's going to have to be my moves for this turn. I've got to try and take as many provinces as possible to keep my income up, to keep growing, so I can keep doing things, so I can build things, and not being able to recruit commanders. Actually, I mean, I can recruit commanders, and they can't lead undead, but they can build things. And I still have supplies, so they won't die for a while yet. They can't help with my troop woes, but what they can do is they can build forts without sucking up turns from my valuable undead leaders. So. And also, do I have any provinces that can recruit scouts? No. Okay. So I'm going to recruit independent commanders here and here, I think. No, not there. Not you. Independent commanders here and here. And their purpose is going to be solely building forts. Mick actually move double straight back here to grab troops from the capital. Mike Ruzoth, go down here to take that province. We'll see if we can summon a Mound King to pick up these guys and bring them back to the capital. Fort Siege Defense 5. Mindless units contribute only a tiny amount of siege defense, which is why. And yeah. From there we'll see what we can do. I think we can accomplish quite a bit if we're careful and proactive. So, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in turn 8. Okay, turn 8. So, I made contact with Vanarus. I did not get any agreements from him, but in my experience, just making contact really lowers the chance of being rushed. We've hit construction level 2. Excellent. 2 battles. Unexpected events. Famine. Oh well. And Rim Mountains. Elfbane. Tons of gems. And a little bit of gold. Fantastic. I love this event. Let's see the battle in Emmerich. So this is my larger army attacking a big old pile of cavalry. They've got 2 priests. That's unfortunate. They do have priests. Did I script the wrong bless spell? Because that seems to be AoE 1. Is the Holy One version only AoE 1? That's garbage. Okay. Fine. Cast it again. Hit him again. Hit him again. Yep, we've got some banishments coming in. Hopefully the knights can do some damage. Yep, they're doing some damage. Alright, excellent, 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 excellent. Okay, great, 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 great. Fantastic. I don't think I took any sacred casualties during that battle. I took 1. I lost one of my knights at the Unholy Sepulchre. Unfortunate, but survivable. Pretty heavy casualties among the infantry, but they are just skeletons. Let's look at Henwood next. See how this one went. I was actually more nervous about this one, because it's a relatively small army. And we have, oh wow, 5 Bloodhinged Druids and 2 Dark Vines. Dark Vines are extremely hard to kill, and they have multiple attacks and are unsurroundable. Not many infantry. Okay, so they're Sabbathing up. And then they're going to cast what? They're not casting much, to be honest. Maggots. Oh, they're casting maggots. They're casting... That's a, And Blood Rain. Blood Rain won't hurt me. Okay, so if I can kill all the... If I can kill the wizards, if I can kill the Bloodhinged Druids, this will be fine. Excellent. We got it. We got it. Okay. So they were casting maggots, which is a spell that attacks undead, specifically, and kills them. But we basically just killed them before they killed us, so that worked out. Yeah, that worked out just fine. I did not expect 5 of them. But okay, so I'm up to 900 gold. Mike Ruzoth has taken that, and that is Uruk. And, oh, it looks like I spawned another Censor. So, Grave Soul, what I need to do now is I need to start building things. So, Carnage, move up there. Emic. Time to do a little bit of skeleton reorganization. Take all these skeletons, drop off the ghouls for defensive purposes, and Emic, come down here. Grave Soul, take those ghouls. This guy should... And didn't I have another one? Didn't I recruit 2... Oh, resources. I didn't notice the resources. Okay, Ophagian, come down there. Yeah. Ophagian, come down there. Everybody's researching for right now, but what they should be doing is they should be forging me a black laurel. Actually, they should forge me 2 black laurels, I think. Well, let's forge 1 black laurel and then summon another mage this turn, I think. Also, let me double check something. Okay, yeah, that's the AoE 1 Unholy Blessing. That kind of sucks. So what I need to do, actually, is I need to revive bishops, because they are the Holy 2 version. So let's revive a bishop. For bless purposes. These four are actually going to stay here. Ymik will move up with his skeleton hordes in a line. He'll be on hold and fire. He'll be on stay behind troops. That's fine. So we'll revive a bishop. We're forging a black laurel. We'll get another 12 gems next turn. I am going to build a temple. And a temple. And 278. I don't actually want to build two. Because I want money. Because I'm only going to have 378 gold next turn then. Grave Soul. Grave Soul, move down through here. So we'll build a temple. Then next turn we'll be able to start on a fort. I screwed the pooch here. I was hoping to start on a fort this turn. Let's actually start on a fort. I want a fort here as well. You need forts and temples in the same place, is what you need as Ermor. That army might be thinking they can beat me because they have Maidens of the Moon, but Ymik moving in with his troops. I am actually going to take these Sacreds with me, and we're going to put them up there, and they're also going to be on hold and attack rear. So with that we'll have about 100 units here, which will be just about right. That'll be able to stop them. And then yeah, with the Black Laurel, I'm going to set one of these guys on reviving lictors pretty much full time. We'll have another independent commander there in just a moment. This independent commander is going to come down here to build a fort, which takes, what, 600? Yeah, it takes 600 to start. Okay, so build a temple there. Next turn, we'll start the fort here. I'm doing this very badly, by the way. I should have been much quicker. Carnage is going to go up here to pick up all these troops and move them in this direction, where Grave Soul is going to expand into the Barbarians, and then probably into the Deer Tribe. How many provinces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On turn 8. Not fantastic. Not a huge amount. Not an amount I really like. I would love to have more than that. But I need Mike Ruzoth to be holding the border here. Mike Ruzoth and Ymik. Once Ymik comes down here, I'll get things settled on this front. Fortunately, good old Reactor Lizard does not seem to want to rush Ermor, which is great. Possibly, well, no, Ermor cannot play the small and inoffensive card because Ermor is never inoffensive. They are at best small. Can I afford to revive a bishop right now? I could revive a spectator for slightly cheaper. And that would also increase my research. And I think magic is probably the only way I'm going to get out of this alive. Let's go ahead and revive a bishop. And actually, I am going to build a second temple. Yes, forts are vital for better free spawn, but temples are vital for better gem income. And it's actually lictors that are going to save my bacon if my bacon needs saving, which it probably will. So, and the temples do increase free spawn. I mean, compare. This place has 16 units. This place with a temple has 49. It increases the quantity of free spawn fairly significantly. Temples do. It's the quality of free spawn that goes up when you have forts. So, we'll get the temples. It's going to be a little bit tricky to expand. I can expand down there. Mike Ruzoth, once he's built the temple, we can move Ymik down here. Ymik can use some troops to hold the border while Mike Ruzoth dives into this lake, takes that province, and then pops up to help Grave Soul take this province. So boom, next turn, boom, boom. No, because Grave Soul is building a temple. Grave Soul move. One temple will be fine. So this turn, nothing. Next turn, these two provinces. Turn after that, this province, or possibly this and this province, depending. And I think we'll be pretty much on track. We're going to have Eder here. He is going to be... We're going to name him Mr. Lictor. And Mr. Lictor is going to be summoning Lictors, like, a lot. Like, I want to build up Lictors rapidly. Part of why I want more Death Gems here. And so Carnage will move up there. Yeah. We'll start the fort, and Carnage will take the troops to go over here. You can see the income here has already dropped to 64 because of my Dominion. He'll take troops from here. Might not be able to take out all that wolf tribe with random free spawn. Because soulless are honestly very garbage. And ghouls are pretty garbage. And unarmored long dead are somewhat garbage. Armored long dead aren't garbage. Armored long dead are pretty good. For free spawn. I mean, for what they are, they're pretty good. And of course I don't have morale issues. I'll try it. I'll see if I can take Dragon Ridge just with Carnage and free spawn. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of free spawn from here too, so he'll be able to use that as well. Yeah, and I think that will be the plan. Take these two provinces as well, and get a fortress going. We'll get another temple down here. We'll move around, get another temple over on this side, and keep rolling that way. So thanks for watching. That is turn 8. I need to get in touch with Uruk, and hopefully convince him not to rush me, because if I can get not even non-aggression packs, but just if I can get probably not gonna rush on 3 sides, that'll be fine. That will be just hunky-dory. So, that's what I'm hoping for, and we'll see how it works out in turn 9. Okay, Malpractice turn 9. So the biggest news from my perspective this turn is that I successfully concluded a non-aggression pact with Uruk, Uruk to my south. Unexpected events. Yes, that's a fantastic event. I don't care about that event, but that's a fantastic event. So, it's only temporary, but temporary is better than nothing. So I've concluded, I also got an Elfbane, interestingly. So I've got a non-aggression pact with Uruk to my south until turn 18, after which, of course, we will revisit the matter. But for now, that's a huge benefit. I need more gems. I'm making 13. I'm spending 3 on lictors per turn. We're just going to research for now. Army setup. Let's get skeletons and sacreds. Give them all to Gravecaller. That's not quite an army, so Gravecaller is going to reanimate. And he's going to reanimate... ghouls. Just reanimate ghouls, build up some troops. Ophagian here is going to build palisades. We've got a temple down this side. So let's give all of these guys to Micruzoth. Let's also give all of these guys to Micruzoth. And we're going to set them in a double line formation, like that. And we're going to have them attack close. Nope, you guys are going to hold and attack rear. You guys are going to attack closest because you are going under water, I think. Yeah. Why can't you go underwater? Oh, the commanders aren't amphibious. Oh, well, ain't that a bitch? Carnage. Take all these, and take all those. And take all those skeletons. Head north, if you please. Okay, so... wow, I was not paying enough attention. I did not realize that my commanders couldn't go underwater. Why can't my commanders go underwater? My units can go underwater. That's stupid and annoying. Ghouls. ghouls. I said. Oh, they're on guard, Commander. That's why it's not taking more than 5 in the unit. That's fine. You guys go up front, and you ghouls flank to the side. You are pretty slow, but we'll set you on attack rear just because. Go try to fight those barbarians. I only have 41 units. With Unholy Power, I'll hit them really a lot. Oof. Woof. Microzoth, come over here, I guess, since you can't go down there. You can pick up all these boyos. Carnage. Actually, just take that province right now. With those troops. Murgos. You, sir, can't lead any of these undead, so you can instead go down here so that you can start building another fort next turn. Or something of that effect. We'll try to take that province with Grave Soul. What other spells can you cast? That's right, I don't actually have a smite spell. So Unholy Power is probably the best I can do. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I think the Unholy Power will work pretty well on the Long Dead here, and we'll just kind of set these guys right like that. It'll be fine. It'll be good, in fact. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Gravecaller reanimating. I could take these troops down. What I need actually is I need Gravecaller to swap out for Microzoth, because Gravecaller can cast the AoE Blessing spell, which is what I need to make my Knights of the Unholy Sepulchre much, much more rad than they are right now. So let's spread these guys out. Oh, I've actually hit my command limit on Microzoth as well. Another reason I could use Gravecaller, because Gravecaller has more undead leadership. And of course, Mr. Lictor is reviving Lictors for lictoring purposes. And you... Why don't we forge another Lictor hat to have it? I could use it. And I am actually going to alchemize all of my gems here into 6 more death gems, so that I'll have death gems to summon another commander next turn. That might have been considered wasteful, but to be honest, right now, I think death gems are more important than anything. So, Carnage's army will take that province, and then hopefully that province. These armies will combine here to take that province. I believe Gravesoul will be able to take Rame. I believe. Cross your fingers, hope and pray, knock on wood. And we'll do that. So I guess that's one reason why summoning Mound Kings would be good, because Mound Kings should be, I believe Mound Kings are amphibious, or poor amphibian. Because I mean, like Soulless are all poor amphibian. Ghouls are not, but Soulless and Long Dead are, so with a Mound King I should be able to go underwater. That was a huge goof on my part. I totally failed to realize that I couldn't go underwater. And there is some enemy dominion. There and there. And from the fact that it is Turmoil, Productivity, Growth, Luck, and Drain. Okay, that confirms Ulm is in this direction, because that dominion has Ulm written all over it. High Productivity, Growth, Luck, and Drain. That's Ulm, alright. Interestingly, this province has Death in it. That's Productivity and Cold. Turmoil, Productivity, Heat, Growth, and Luck. Don't know about Drain. It would be weird if Uruk had taken Drain. That would be, I would say, quite strange. Okay, I think that's going to be the turn. So yes, so I've got a non-aggression pact down here until turn 18. So at least 9 more turns. Great, that'll give me time, hopefully, to get my feet underneath me. Over here, Reactor Lizard has moved away. Up here, Shinuyama has shown no indication that they're coming after me. So, excuse me, I was struck by a yawn there. So, everything seems to be going about as good as it ever goes for Ermor. We'll direct our armies this way, and we will see. We will see if maybe we can hit Ulm before they really get a rolling, and kind of push them back some. We will definitely need more lictors in order to do that, so I will probably set 2 guys to summoning lictors just 24/7. And if they could be pumping out, 6 lictors a turn for 6 gems, that would be fine with me. That also means I'm going to need to build more temples. So, Mike Ruzoth here. So actually, tell you what. Give all these guys to Mick instead, because we're going to be meeting the bishop anyway. So Mike Ruzoth, where's the closest place I don't have a temple? Right there. Yeah, build a temple right there, because I need to get up to the max, my max dominion strength, my max gem income from temples as quickly as I can. If I can get up to, an extra 8 gems per turn from temples on top of my native 9 income. If I can get up to 17 death gems per turn pretty rapidly, that would be great. And I've already got the palisade being built there. Gonna have a palisade starting to be built elsewhere. A little bit slow on the fortresses, but I'm doing okay on temples, so I'll take it. And I have the Shambler Reef, so I can recruit Shamblers here. Yay for me. My recruitment points are garbage, though, because everyone is dying. So, I'll see you all in turn 10. Okay, Malpractice turn 10. Let's see who our neighbors are here. Unless, of course, those barbarians destroyed us. Unexpected event, found some air gems. That's pretty cool. Battle in Wolvermore. So we've got our huge pile of garbage. Charging into the wolf tribe. They do have a wolf tribe shaman back here. Who fortunately does not have priest levels. He's just sacred. So, our huge pile of undead garbage is going to charge in. The ghouls take the brunt of it, which is unfortunate because I like ghouls. Ghouls are actually useful compared to many undead. But the undead do storm through. Now, they managed to charge in and rout the independent armies. I think I took some fairly heavy casualties doing that, though. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I took a lot of casualties doing that. Okay, so I won't be able to push on directly. And then battle in Rami, or possibly Ream. It's kind of an awkwardly large number of barbarians, but at least their chiefs are out front. They love putting the barbarian chiefs out front. And if the barbarian chiefs can be killed off right away, then you can often rout the barbarians that way. Okay, we made it. We made it. The ghouls routed, but the undead, with the support of the buffs, managed to do what I needed them to do. Okay. Still, ugly. Very, very ugly. Alright, so we did get both of those provinces, and that would indeed be Ulm, led by Iron Fudge, the Master Alchemist. The Master Alchemist. There's Ulm there, so it's actually a fair piece away. I think I can push him. Especially because I got this big slap of troops here. So, Gravecaller, the Bishop of Eldregate. We're going to take all our troopies here. We're going to line them up. Double line formation. Put the Sacreds up on the flank. Put Gravecaller up with them. All of these guys going to go there, and all those guys can go there. All of these skeletons can go there. Add these skeletons too. Ooh, that's a fully armored skeleton. That's a pretty decent skeleton. I like that skeleton. That's a good skeleton right there. I approve of this skeleton. That's a positive role model skeleton. Excellent skeleton right there. Actually, don't build a temple over there. You build a temple over here. No, if I'm going to have you doing something, I should have you reanimating, actually. Well, let's pop our point of province defense in. Let's pop our point of province defense in over here. And let's pop our point of province defense in over there, just to make sure we have an undead leader for our free spawn. Over on this side, you, sir, should revive a spectator, so we can get back to increasing our research a little bit, because our research is getting to be a little bit abysmal. Especially since we're trying to run down evocation to a fairly high level. I mean, you have to get to level 3 before you even get a death spell. You have to get to level 5 before you get the death spell that I want, and level 5 is going to be a ways away. So, let's hope we can get there in time. The other option is to run down Conjuration a little ways, but honestly, all of my gems are going to be committed to casting my national spells. I could get Lictorian Guard, but it's less efficient than reviving lictors while wearing a hat, an Ermor hat. So, I need more lictors. So, I want you to also cast Revive Lictor, and then I want you to revive a Spectator. That will definitely slow down my Spectator-ishness, but I feel like it'll be worth it. Micru Zoth here. You should build a temple. Carnage, you should take these troops, grab those free spawn, and keep moving across here. Grave Soul, you should reanimate. Can reanimate Long Dead, Soulless, or Ghouls. I could reanimate Long Dead, Horsemen, or Lictors, but he can't bless Lictors. And he'd only get one. Now, so this is 30 enemy units, primarily Deer Tribe warriors, followed by Black Plate infantry and infantry of Ulm. I've got 143 enemies here, and I can cast the AoE 10 blessings. So we are going to drop. I can't cast the AoE 5 Unholy Power, so we're going to drop Unholy Blessing twice. Unholy Protection, yes. I also need to drop Unholy Protection a couple of times because he does have priests. Ulm does have priests. Ulm can recruit. Ulm can recruit Black Priests, which are Holy 2 from their capital. And since they have a 3-point capital, they can recruit 3 every 2 turns. And they can recruit Black Acolytes for very, very cheap. So they are going to be just spitting those guys out as hard and as fast as they can. And I am going to need more bishops in order to counteract them with the Unholy Protection. For right now, I need to mow through this province. Grave Soul. I may actually take Grave Soul's units to combine up. Because I'll take some casualties here, if certainly among the soulless, if nothing else. Why don't you go up here to grab another couple turns worth of free spawn, and more importantly, grab 9 lictors, because 9 lictors would definitely be helpful with that strength bless and all that I've got, and the decay weapons, the attack. They're just really good. And they're one of the few units that will reliably be able to chop through Black Plate units, because they do 29 damage versus 21 protection. They can actually cut through it to kill the guys beneath. And once they have their strength buffed by another 4, their damage will go up by, I think, 6. I think their damage will go up to about 35. And with attack skill 14, they will be hewing their way through Ulmish infantry. So yeah, let's send Ymik up to pick up some of those guys. Have I free spawned any Mound Kings yet? Anyone? No? No? Nobody? Okay. Well, screw you all. Let's actually reanimate. Let's reanimate Soulless. I should get a whole bunch of Soulless by doing that. And then I'll be able to use them as chaff. And because Soulless Soulless draw banishment because they have a lot of hit points. Now they're undisciplined, which cuts it down, but like Long Dead only have about 5 or 6 hit points. Soulless have 15, so one Soulless is almost as many hit points as a whole square of Long Dead. Also, their magic resistance is utter garbage. So, if you have a whole bunch of Soulless out front, they will draw fire. They will draw the Fire of Priests, which is what you want them to do. They'll die very, very quickly because their magic resistance is garbage, but they're spread out, so it takes a while for the priests to actually hit all of them. And you don't care if they die because they're worthless. So there's also that. These ghouls, I'm actually going to keep these ghouls back because ghouls are Ermor's siege defense. So yeah, Yumik will actually drop those ghouls off at Ermor, because you notice my current fort siege defense is 11, because all my mindless units contribute practically nothing. Lictors contribute to it, and ghouls contribute to it. Do I have any ghouls? Yeah, ghouls give you 0.6 siege defense each. So as Ermor, you kind of want to save your ghouls if you can, just to stack them in your forts to provide fort defense, because otherwise, because you have a limited supply of ghouls. Once the population is dead, the ghouls stop spawning. And that is like literally the only place you get fort defense from. Without it, without ghouls, your forts can be busted in a big hurry. So I think that's the plan. We're going to take this army. We're going to see how far back we can push Ulm. I think based on my diplomatic, well, quote unquote diplomatic interactions with Ulm, I think we're going straight to war. I think there is no question about that. So, yeah, I'm just going to drive him. I'm going to hit here, then I'm going to hit here. This army, I'm going to reanimate those Soulless, and then possibly see if I can hit Ensorcelled Swamp, which would push all the way into his cap circle already. I'm going to try and throw up a Temple Fort combination over on this side, and see what I can do in those lines. We're actually going to move Murgos here along with the army, move him forward, to see if we can start building a palisade right here. Building a palisade here would be a little bit more turn efficient, but I'm going to want to put up a temple anyway, so it'll be fine. And Murgos, I will put way in the back where he can't possibly be reached, on hold and stay behind troops orders. And that, I think, will be pretty solid. Okay, yeah, that's the plan, because down here I'm basically safe. Over here I'm not necessarily safe, but I also don't see any enemies. So I'm going to just like pretend that nothing is going to kill me over there for a little while, and we'll move on. We'll proceed as if nothing is wrong or could possibly go wrong. And I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be a good time. I think we'll all have fun. It'll be great. Really it will. And this province, Ulm is frankly doing me a favor, because this province is under the influence of his dominion, which means that its income is staying good for longer. And so I want to milk Rame here as long as possible. I would actually like to build a fort there. You know, before my dominion spreads over, just to, because this one province is a third of my income, and it will stay high income, unlike all these provinces in my domain. Notice that Ermor's income currently is 7, because Ermor is down to 1,100 population. Oh, it's good to be death. Yeah, because I think I'm killing 30% of the population a turn right now. I think that's what that number of candles means. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in turn 11, where the war with Ermor will start to kick off. And we'll see how far we can push it. This army is not going to carry it far, to be honest. I mean, it does have 100 assorted undead chaff, but once he gets his black priests spun up, which I imagine it will happen pretty soon. I mean, he knows he's next to Ermor. He should, at this point, be recruiting black priests. Like, solely. And if he's doing that, then undead chaff are going to be in a really, really bad place against him, because they're just going to get banished. They're just going to get the hell banished out of them. So, I won't be able to rely on my undead chaff. It's going to have to be my sacreds, and my sacreds without chaff, which is the situation I'm describing, will die pretty quickly. Even the lictors, to be honest, I mean, the lictors have magic resistance 13, so they usually pass banishment checks, and then they don't take all that much damage, but I bet he's probably got the earth banishment, I would imagine. Yeah, he's got the earth banishment. Mountain Lord, King of Strength, those are both earth. So he's got a big earth banishment, and the earth banishment has an earth grip secondary effect. So it functions like Maws of the Earth or Earth Meld. Which means it will trap my units in the ground. And when they're trapped in the ground, of course, they become even more worthless than they normally are. So that's going to be a good time. We'll just see how far we can push it. Hopefully I can drive him at least this far back. And then we will proceed apace. Now, Grave Soul might be in danger because he has very few units. This is the remainders of Ulm's starting army is what this is. Reinforced with Deer Tribe warriors. I can't spend gold like that. I just can't. If you reanimate 24 soulless, you're still going to be destroyed. Because you have nothing to stop Black Plate Infantry. Yeah, just move down there. Go join the fight. Link up with these guys, and you'll be set. Okay? Alright, great. Sounds good. Thanks for watching. See you in turn 11.